everybody, it's Diane here with her Songs Smash Book. The last page I did in this as a video, I got a comment that somebody wanted to see the other pages that are done. So that's what I'm doing. This book is not full. I've been working on this quite a long time. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet, but some of these are kind of old-ish. So the idea, I will probably cover that up, is in some way I'm illustrating a song I like. This is Can't Find My Way Home by Blind Faith from 1969. So we have homes, we have lots of psychedelic, is that a word? Psychedelic stuff. These are stickers. This stuff is paint and gel pen, I think, or marker, I'm not sure now. I did that. I can't read that. That might be 2020. Just a sec. Oh, Diane. I'm gonna have to start writing in large print for myself. 21. So yeah, 5 years ago. And that doesn't mean it was the first one. I work randomly in this book. I also, before I started this book, I made a few small collages of songs I liked. So then once I started this book, I put them in here because they were just laying around anyway. So this is Tangerine by Led Zeppelin. That's like a line from the song. Sometimes I do that. This is all the original book page. If you can tell, it's just white and brown, tan and brown, off-white and brown. Anyway, so I highlighted some of it on this side. And then I did a companion feature. That's Jimmy Page. Okay. This is Lemon Chimes by the Dillards. Now this tree stuff was original book page. And the first line, the October leaves. So I thought that was nice. That's a picture of the band. If you don't know, that's the band, the Darlings on the Andy Griffith Show. They were a real bluegrass band. There were two brothers, Rodney and, is that Doug? I think that's Doug. I think. But this is the whole song. Okay. The one on the left here is The Show Must Go On by Three Dog Night. So we have three dogs. I have all the lyrics printed out. That's Roscoe Arbuckle. That's a car from, looks like the 20s. It doesn't reference a circus, but it has circus music in the beginning, and you have to hear the song. But it reminded me of him, and so anyway, I think that's kind of cool. And as you can tell, this page was just brown, so I have gesso smudged on it. But I like that quite a bit. This is an older one. Okay, 20. I can read that. It's The Story in Your Eyes by the Moody Blues. This is a copy of a watercolor I did of Buster Keaton. And I just thought because of his eyes, it kind of fit with the title there. It's washi tape. Real ribbon. Now there are a few of these. This is one. Just a few that I have videos for that go way back, and they have like 16 views. So you can see a few of them. This is A Child's Claim to Fame by Buffalo Springfield. It's all the lyrics. I drew in all these flowers. This is a copy of the album cover, the year, scrap of paper. It's kind of fun. Oh, 2016. Oh my. I didn't know this book was that old. Okay. By the time you finished it, Diane. That's Sweet Young Thing by the Monkees, except Michael Nesmith sang it, so I put a picture of him on there. I like that. So that's one of the smaller collages I just put on a page. This is one we just did, where I got this request. It's Wondrous Stories by Yes. If you didn't see that video, go watch it. It's right there. This is all magazine. I wrote this myself. These are book pages, images. I made the 7s that came out in 77. Not done. Not done. This was, 2015. Song, my top 10 songs that probably have changed by now. Yeah, I would change that. Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix. And Derek and the Dominoes. They covered that. I wrote some of the lyrics here. This is one of those old tape transfers people were doing back in that day. I don't see a date on this one. I don't know. Well, this is 2012. Is for that. But they mentioned zebras in case you're wondering. And the clouds are just original book page. Nothing, thank you. This is the song House of Gold by 21 Pilots. That's actually kind of a modern song. Are you impressed? And on the album cover for that song, there's 2 of their grandfathers on there. So those are my grandfathers. I think that's actually kind of cool. They're talking about House of Gold, so I made those out of metallic paper. And this one is on a video way back there. It's The Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's an oldie. There's painted cheesecloth on here, some Christmas tinsel, a lot of punch stars. Cool. At least I think so. That's the one that got, like 20 views. This one was on there too, didn't get a lot of views. It's Salty Dog by Procol Harum. And that's also a drink. It's grapefruit juice and vodka. And not that I'm a drinker, but I happen to know that. So it's Buster Keaton and Big Joe Roberts. And they made several movies together, although these two are not from the same movie. But since they both look like a captain and salty dogs, that's a memory game card, book image. The background is, the book page, although I added some paint. We'll cover that up someday. That is The Battle of Evermore by Led Zeppelin. That's all the lyrics. That's the band. It has sort of a medieval feel, so I put in this dragon. It's kind of cool. Oh, that's from 2014. 2012. Yeah, these are 2 of those small collages I did. Now, this is all book page, although the things that are colored, that's marker. I did that. This is Baby Blue by Badfinger. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, which is my all-time favorite song, in case anybody's keeping track. 10 happenings 10 years time ago. Say that 10 times fast. This the Yardbirds, which Jimmy Page is in there, in case you don't know. Actually, he was going to call Led Zeppelin the New Yardbirds, but didn't. So this is very psychedelic because of that. And in case you care, they actually did an original version of Tangerine, which is pretty cool. It's more psychedelic, but that's nice too. This one is relatively recent, last December. It's Charlie Chaplin and Hetty Kelly, and there's a video for this. There's a story there, but Long Time by Linda Ronstadt, and then there's always one you can't forget. It was by Charlie Chaplin. And it's about kind of, love that never happens. It's just a tan book page back there. I added paint, scrapbook paper, flowers. The Rain Song by Led Zeppelin. What else are you going to put on this page, right? This is kind of cool. I took sheet music, and of course, the notes aren't correct, but I put in the lyrics. Kind of neat sticker. I don't know where I got that. I have no idea. That's off the internet, I'm kind of assuming. This one is This Is Love by PJ Harvey, and Why Buster is on there. It was fan video, like a compilation video someone had made to that song on YouTube. And that's why I came across that song, because I was looking for Buster stuff, obviously. So I explained that on here. So that's why they're there. This is original book page, but I, outlined and stuff. It's kind of cool. Over the Hills and Far Away by Led Zeppelin. Diane, do you like Led Zeppelin? Yeah. So it's just an internet image, rubber stamp. This was here. Here's the perfect spot. The kind of fit. Here's two more of those small collages I made. That's Love Street by the Doors. That's Jim Morrison. And because of the era for that, I didn't write the year. I don't know when that came out. It must have been in the 60s. So I made some mod flowers. It's an old book page there. And then this is just Cheap Trick. It's not a specific song. Because April 1st, which in case you don't know, I'm sure you know this, April 1st in Illinois is Cheap Trick Day. So this is the band. They have a checkerboard, I don't know what you call it, theme, embellishment, and often on, Rick wears it a lot, or used to. It's on a lot of their album covers and stuff, so that's why that's there. That's an old picture of them. Another Zeppelin song. This is Trampled Underfoot. This is from 2014. So that's the band again. And horse hooves, legs I got off the internet, scrapbook paper. It's kind of cool. I just wrote that freehand. Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac. I had done a small collage first. And then as you can see, I outlined some of this background stuff. I did that. And then for some reason, I felt the need to do a bigger one. This is Stevie Nicks. It's nice. It's all magazine stuff, some washi tape. I must have printed that out or got it off the, I guess I got it off the internet. It looks like their logo. This is the remake of Stagecoach. And here's, off the internet, it was the soundtrack. And that is, I like the main song. I like the music in it. So there's, people from the actors from the film. I drew this arrow. They're going to Cheyenne, Wyoming. This is like a suede fringe, real fringe. That's an old one. Yeah, it's so old I didn't date it. Time hadn't been invented yet. Okay, this one is White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. I almost said Starship. Airplane. And I had done this, it might even have been for a challenge or something. I don't remember now. But anyway, it's off the internet stuff. I added the White Rabbit and colored it. Real trim. And then I drew in this other stuff. Real plain card. And then we did another one. I don't know why. Oh, it says Airplane right there, Diane. So there's some hearts cut from a plain card. This is an actual book page, but I colored in the Queen of Hearts there. That's nice. Okay, the left is Moonlight Drive by The Doors. Yeah, this is all, oh, that's a book image. I found a really cheap copy of a Doors book one time, and the printing was not that great. I don't know if that's why. So I was cutting that one up. I'm pretty sure that's a book page, and there's some of the lyrics. The trees are actual book page. This is Moonlight Mile by the Rolling Stones. This one, as you can see, is relatively simple. But there's, in the window there's a face So I cut out a window and put them behind it. That's nice. Those two pages are nice together. Summer Breeze by Seals and Crofts. This is mulberry paper. It's supposed to see the curtains hanging in the window as part of the song. The rubber stamp. This is just an image off the internet. I wrote that. That's pretty simple. That's an old one too. Okay, we did Baby Blue again. 2015. part of the lyrics, just printed out. I don't know why I put a dog on there, but there's a dog on there. And I remember it, you know, unintentionally stamped part of it, so I did it intentionally over here so it would look better. Scrap of paper. These clouds were already here. And then Bell Bottom Blues by Derek and the Dominoes. I think that's an image I happened to see on the internet, but that works out well, don't you think? This is printed off my computer, but I went in with red here and there just to be more interesting. Alright, the left is the Mamas and Papas of Creaky Alley. And I have heard that pronounced different ways. It's just internet images and the guitar, and then some scrap of paper, an old map. I guess it's talking about being in somewhere, the Caribbean, Virgin Islands. I forget where it was. Anyway, and another big one, I Wish You Were Here. That's nice. It's because Wish You Were Here was actually on scrapbook paper. So what else are you possibly going to do with that, right? A lot of blank there. This one, it's Big Bear Stomp. It's an old, like, ragtime jazz type song. That's pretty cool. That's off the internet. And then, you know, since it's Big Bear and Buster and a Bear, and it's funny because that one, This Is Love, I can't find it. I pulled this book out because I was going to do that. So I'm flipping through to find a page to do it on, and I go, oh, I already did it. So that was sort of a spur of the moment thing. That one, if you want to watch that video, it's pretty comical. It's from 2020. Because there are a lot of stupid mistakes in it. It's pretty fun. Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones. I tore some horse imagery here out of a magazine. That's kind of neat. Rubber Stamp. This is actually pattern tissue. This was a video. Do Ya by ELO. All the stuff in here is imagery from the song. So you have to listen to the song to have it make sense. These are stickers I happen to have. And I think that looks good. The size. That's pretty cool. And then I put two together because the colors were similar. This is Lemon Chimes again, the Dillard song, which that's nice. It's very pretty. It's all scrapbook. A little old bingo number. This is Tuesday's Gone by Leonard Skinner. And they talk about, you know, train rides. So there's train tickets here. Kind of cool. I added all this stuff. It was just this plain grid. This one. This is fun. Bad Moon Rising by Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's a off the internet image with lines in it for my printer. Don't notice that. And then this is magazine paper and a bathroom here, and talking about, you know, there's a storm. With the off mistaken line, there's a bathroom on the right. It's supposed to be, well, it is. There's a bad moon on the rise, but a lot of people think there's a bathroom on the right, and it's sort of a well-known, you know, mistake. So I put that on there. And some black paint because of the paint on this magazine image. I like that. Okay. This one is Salt of the Earth by the Rolling Stones. And it's talking about the salt of the earth, hardworking people. So I found an old farmer image. That's cool. I like that. Real trim. And then this was, today I'm going to think about world peace. Sorry, probably not. World domination, definitely not. I just filled that out for fun. This is Signs by, oh God, is that the 5-man electrical band? I'll have to double check. If it's not, I'll run it across. That's an oldie. So there's just a bunch of old, you know, numbers and stuff to be like signs. And I think that's it. And a list of other songs I want to do. Okay, that's it. So there's a lot of pages to go yet. I started writing them all down. So you can see there's blanks. Okay, well, thanks for the request, and I hope everyone has a nice day.